Good morning, friends. Andrew again. And this morning, I just want to share a brief devotional again. Life is so unpredictable, and it can get downright scary at times, can't it? Daily stresses, challenges, difficulties, things kind of wear us down, and then something big happens. Like, for example, what we've been living through for the last almost year, this COVID pandemic. And scarily looking at the stats this morning, just seeing well in excess of 20,000 infections in South Africa, and frighteningly and tragically over 800 casualties, people who passed away. And my sincerest condolences to the families who have lost loved ones to this pandemic. But it's the pandemic, it's job losses, it's the economy, it's financial problems. And we go through all these things, relational difficulties, whatever they might be, and then we things begin to look a lot different, and what we held secure in our lives is not so secure anymore. Our security, our money, our power, our homes, our jobs, whatever, it's not so secure anymore, and uncertainty about our future stirs up so much anxiety and fear within us about the future. And then in this passage, Jesus comes walking to the disciples on the water in the storm. And I want to read it, Mark 6:48 to 50. It's just those few verses. Jesus now, he saw the disciples straining at the oars because the wind was against them. Shortly before he went out to them, walking on the lake, he was about to pass them. But when they saw him walking on the lake, they thought he was a ghost. They cried out because they saw him and were terrified. Immediately he spoke to them and said, "Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid." In this passage in Mark's Gospel, Jesus knows that his disciples had a long way to go in order to trust him, to understand his core message of absolute trust in him. Do you? Do you understand his message of absolute trust in him? The fear, the stuff that's going on, COVID, the economy, all the stuff we're talking about. Do you understand that? He lets them, Jesus leaves them, he lets them stay on the rough sea until it's almost dawn, the fourth watch of the night, probably around 4 o'clock in the morning. And he passes them by and they reveal their fears and they shout and their disillusions. They think he's a ghost. So let me ask you, are you feeling like you're tired, you're anxious, you're fearful at what this year may bring or what the future may bring? Are you feeling that you're on the rough sea and you're just feeling exhausted and fearful? But at the right moment, he calms them, he reassures them, and he says, "Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid." So, we're sitting with this COVID pandemic, the political issues, the racial divisions, the ever-widening gap between the wealthy and the masses, the economy, the crime, the corruption, the destruction of our climate, addictions, mental and physical illness, and more. This is what we're facing, aren't we? These are all issues that cause us fear, anxiety, and cause us to panic in our tiny little boats in the storm. We become fearful and we become delusional. But the command of God is all-encompassing, friends. All-encompassing. And it is true. Jesus says to you this morning, take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid. So whatever you are going through, the only hope I can give you, I do not have wise words or anything else. I say to you, look to Jesus. Take courage. If your boat, we are all in the storm, but we're all in very different boats. I get that. But if your boat is being rocked and you're living with fear and anxiety, Jesus says to you this morning, look up, take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid. That is the hope we have for the future. Why would you not want to put your hope in a Jesus like this? Why would you put your hope in anything else, in any spirituality, in any other religion apart from Jesus? He's the only one who says, take courage. It is I, do not be afraid. He is the only one who says that, friends. So I would say to you, if you've never made a commitment to Christ, make it this morning. If you are living in fear and anxiety, make it this morning. If you are just wondering what the future holds, make a commitment to Christ this morning. Look up, look to him. He is the only one who says to you in this moment where you are, take courage. It is I. And when he says, I am the Alpha and the Omega. I'm the creator. I'm the one that the whole earth was created. I'm the one who sustains all of life. Take courage. It is I am with you, and do not be afraid. Friends, put your hope, put your trust in Jesus today. God bless. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk again soon.